Today we're going to be changing the MAP sensor, manifold absolute pressure sensor. This is a great job to do yourself. It's easy, it's simple. You'll save yourself time and money. Our repair vehicle today is a 5.7 liter Chevrolet 4x4 Suburban. We're going to be changing the MAP sensor, manifold absolute pressure sensor. And before we get started on this, we're going to be disconnecting the battery. We're going to be disconnecting the negative side. Your battery is labeled on the top, positive and negative. And what we want to do is we want to disconnect this connection here so we don't damage any of the electrical components. So we're just going to take this, unscrew it. We'll get it loose. We should be able to thumb it off with our fingers. Now we're disconnected. Next, we're going to remove our air cleaner. We're going to loosen these up. We're going to set these aside so we don't lose them. We're going to disconnect our intake and lift this off, and we'll set it also aside. The component that we're going to be replaced today is the MAP sensor, which is located right here next to the distributor in between the TPI. First thing we want to do is we want to disconnect our electrical, and then we're going to disconnect our vacuum line and move those out of the way. You need to be careful with your vacuum lines because sometimes they become brittle over the years. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our ratchet, we're going to get our screw, and we're going to loosen this. You want to make sure to be real careful not to drop that down into the intake manifold because it could be difficult to retrieve. We're just going to give it a couple turns there, and voila, we're off. This is the unit. This is where our electrical connection was, and this is where our vacuum port was. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the part, and we're going to compare the part to the one that we removed off the vehicle. We're going to hold it up there. We see our two connections, and we see our two ports. Looks like it's pretty much the same. So we're going to take our bracket that we removed from the original piece, and we're going to snap it right back in to our replacement part. We're then going to take our screw, we're going to insert it into the bracket, take our socket, put it on there, and then we're going to install the part onto our bracket. So we're just going to line that screw up and install our part. Take our ratchet and screw that right on there. We're going to make sure this is secure. We don't want to over tighten it. The part is plastic and it will break. Just a little bit, doesn't need much. We're going to take that, we're going to install our vacuum line to our new component. We're going to take our electrical connection and snap it in, and that's our repair. We're going to reassemble the vehicle. We're going to put our air cleaner on, our intake, and then we're going to connect our battery. We're going to start it, see how she runs.